Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're going to be discussing the pros and cons of Aaron Rodgers signing with the Jets. Okay, so this is just going to be a pros and cons list for Aaron himself. I am a Packers fan, but I think we'll save the Packers pros and cons of trading or keeping him in a later video. So the pros and cons in signing with the New York Jets. Well, first of all, they just hired Nathaniel Hackett, his old offensive coordinator. Now, with Nathaniel Hackett, he won 2 MVPs, and the Packers were 13-3 2 years in a row with the number 1 seed. Now, Nathaniel Hackett got the Broncos head coaching job, from which he was fired mid-season because Aaron Rodgers got along with him so well. I think the Broncos brought on Nathaniel Hackett, trying to lure Aaron Rodgers over to them last year. Obviously, that didn't work, so they had to go in a different direction and get Russell Wilson. But Hackett is a big draw here. Aaron Rodgers has said that they're buddies, that they like to hang out, play darts together. More importantly, he and Hackett can handle the offensive side of the ball by themselves. It's kind of like Tom Brady. He is an offensive coordinator in and of himself, and he'll be working with with another offensive coordinator that he knows and trusts and has won him 2 MVPs. And then with the head coach, Robert Saleh, he can kind of stay out of the way, focus on what he knows, which is motivation for the whole team and defense. He did come from the defensive side of the ball, and that defense is good and only going to get better. Now let's move on to the weapons. These are all pros. You got Garrett Wilson, who is the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Elijah Moore, who is good when he plays. Corey Davis. Denzel Mims, who we're still waiting to see more out of, but can be good. Braxton Berrios, who's totally fine, respectable. Tyler Conklin in the tight end room. And then Breece Hall, who unfortunately was having a really good season until he tore his ACL and was out for the remainder of the season. He'll be returning, hopefully, at 100%. All those weapons are great. Now, I know what you're saying. Garrett Wilson, he's a second-year player. Why would he leave? The Packers with 2 good second-year receivers, Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. It's because Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs are in that system. They know Aaron. They know Aaron's frustrations with bad route running and sort of non-veteran play. If you bring Aaron Rodgers to another organization and you give up draft capital to do it, you spend a lot of money on him, it can shape a locker room. It can snap Garrett Wilson into even another gear forward and just say, oh, Aaron Rodgers is here now. I have to deliver. I have to get everything right. We're going to work together, and we're going to figure everything out together. Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs have already seen the kind of coldness that Aaron Rodgers can give you if you aren't perfect all the time. Garrett Wilson, if you bring Aaron Rodgers into the fold right now, he's going to turn it up to another level. And then, of course, all the other weapons are totally great. This could be a very dangerous offense. As I said, the defense is good, and it's only going to get better. They do have the Defensive Rookie of the Year in Sauce Gardner, and Robert Saleh is a great defensive coordinator. This defense is only going to keep improving and keep turning the ball over. They were actually kind of low in turnovers last season, but it's only going to get better, and the best complement to a great offense is a great defense. Going to the Jets is maybe Aaron Rodgers' best legacy-changing Super Bowl winning scenario. And what do I mean by that? I mean, he could go to a lot of other places and win a Super Bowl, and of course it would raise his legacy. But if you're going to the Jets and you win a Super Bowl in New York and you win a Super Bowl for a team that has only one Super Bowl, Super Bowl III, I think that would bring him to another stratosphere. If he wins the Super Bowl with the Jets, it would be maybe bigger than winning it with any other team that he could possibly go to. And finally, this is a good place to win MVP. Now, we know Aaron Rodgers has 4 MVPs, so he's 1 short of Peyton Manning. I think he'd like to tie that record, if not beat it. If he can connect with Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore and all those weapons I just named, he's going to get all the credit, which, he partially should. If he can connect with these players and really take this offense to the next level, he will be an MVP consideration even if they don't win the Super Bowl. Now let's go to the cons. So obviously, first things first, New York market, biggest market in the country, and it comes with crazy high expectations. And I know what I just said about the Jets have only won Super Bowl, and the last time they were in AFC Championship games was the last time that Aaron Rodgers was even in the Super Bowl. But still, you bring that kind of name to a city like that, they're going to demand success immediately. And the expectations are going to be so much higher there than maybe anywhere else. And speaking of expectations, anything less than an AFC Championship game appearance for Aaron Rodgers and the Jets is going to be seen as failure. Like I said, this market has high expectations, and I know the AFC is loaded, but if you are spending that kind of draft capital and this kind of cap space on a player like this, on a team that's seemingly ready, then nothing less than an AFC Championship game is going to suffice, period. As far as the offensive line goes, Aaron Rodgers 39, going to be 39, and the offensive line it's questionable, and it's injured. And you need either good free agent signings, which, I don't know, sometimes work and sometimes doesn't when we're talking about the offensive line. But mostly you need draft picks, and they're going to give up draft picks to get Aaron Rodgers. He is not as mobile as he used to be, so this offensive line is really going to have to pick it up and realize that they're pass protecting for the most talented quarterback this league has ever seen. And then going to the Jets would mean going to the AFC with Joe Burrow, with Josh Allen, with Patrick Mahomes, with Justin Herbert, with Russell Wilson now, I guess, if you think Sean Payton's going to elevate him. The path is much harder, period. If he stays in the NFC, he really only has a few teams to worry about and then the playoff games to worry about. But all regular season is going to be rough, playing really great quarterbacks, one of which is in his division in Josh Allen. So the road to the Super Bowl is going to be tough. These two I'm just going to group together because they remain true regardless of which team he goes to. They're going to have fewer high draft picks, which means fewer really good pieces for the team to build around Aaron Rodgers, and then he won't finish his career in Green Bay, something he said he's really wanted to do. Those are both knocks against going anywhere. The team that grabs Aaron Rodgers is going to have to pay a premium. And then, there is something to be said for finishing a career in one spot. I know Tom Brady sort of bucked the trend a little bit by going to the Bucs and winning a Super Bowl there. So if he wins a Super Bowl, that's great, no regrets. But if he doesn't, then there might still be that doubt in the back of your mind always, well, what if I would have stayed? Okay, so we're going to be doing this for a few more teams, so please stay tuned to the Game House, and thanks for watching.